simpLe's not going with what most Vals do, which is put into the strength stance, try to go for that 5-5-6-6. Instead, he's going into the defense stance, so it's more of a, I believe, a 4-4-7-7. Is that how that math worked out?
You know what? I'm gonna say I'm gonna agree with it. So you like he's a mathematician here. He's got it. So, but either way, I mean, he's gonna keep those stats middle of the road. I think it's one of the greater things about why you see these characters like that, Val and Brandy. They have pretty middle of the road stats, so you really can't go wrong. You know, if the power may not be like 7 or whatever before, it's still pretty good. You know, Dex still being like that, and of course they are very fast on the ground and it got good defense. You know, it's got to feel good for Val stats, all things considered. But you're on the other side of the thing, Koji. You know, that man, that's super high Dex, so he will be swinging quite quickly. Okay, boom.
There you're seeing it. The quick swings coming out from Swata. Doesn't get simpLe over the corner, though. Both of them in the red. Going to get the first KO.
Okay, it's going to be simpLe pushing him off the stage at the very least. Going deep. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he's not going to be able to make that back. Good stuff to Swata. Off the middle pillar bounce with the weapon toss. To kind of push him a little further down, and then immediately sapping that next piece of that recovery with the down air. Almost finishing that off with the haymaker.
Nice, and the nair to get himself back up. That edge guard from Swata is something unique to this map and Small Fortress of Lions, right? That column in the middle is what made that so possible.
Okay, good stuff there, right, to simpLe, and making sure that did not get too far away from him, though. He doesn't take too much damage here onto his, onto his second stock. Let's see what he can do to get back into this game. Swata back onto what I feel like is definitely his best weapon so far, what we've been watching, during our time in this block. His bow has been looking good. Almost got the double dunk. Wait, doesn't even need the double dunk. It actually just scares him too far down, and then he can't actually touch the wall.
Just the mind games from Swata. The threat of the ground pound was enough to dissuade simpLe from touching the wall. Now Swata has a big lead over simpLe. He's going to try to get more, but simpLe is untouched so far in this final stock.
Wow, that, man. I mean, just what a way to do it, too, man. Like, when you can just scare somebody off a stock, don't even have to get the final hit. So, Swata taking a little bit of damage here, but, I mean, they're pretty much going back and forth, which is not going to be a great trade here for simpLe, as he needs to get this stock off with taking minimal damage. It may not even matter. What a snipe right there from Swata. Oh, do not ground pound me, he says.
Don't. I'm going to hit you into that middle pillar. At this point, I think simpLe's at the very least going to ban out all the maps with the middle pillar because 2 of his 3 stocks were because of that middle column.
What a way to do it, too. I mean, and Swata just, really legless with the shot right there. Like, I know exactly where you're going. Boom. And then, don't jump. He air dodges right into that. Ends up getting destroyed. Yeah, there was really not much he could do after that. What a game right there from Swata. Taking that one in 2-stock fashion.
And we're going to Small Brawlhalla for game number 2. And like I said, no middle column on this one, so simpLe might be able to go for those ground pounds with less risk.
I mean, yeah, that's one thing that he is going to have to watch out for, though. Maybe with no middle ground, flat, or I guess pillar, but we do have some very close blast zones, and I think Swata can kind of swap up his gameplay, looking for ground pounds or just early KOs off the bottom in general. simpLe, really no fear on these ground pounds, even though they've all been getting punished just like this. He does manage to make it to the other side, though, like that. No panic on the recovery, but may want to kind of stop pulling the trigger on these ground pounds as much. Is going to lose that stock relatively early, not even taking that much damage. Swata looking good at the beginning of this.
You know, he's getting ready for Halloween, right? Like, he's like getting ready to go into those haunted houses and act fearless, but so far it's not working out in his favor. Yeah,
the spooky, scary skeletons are definitely getting to him. As the fearlessness is not really working out that well. You have someone who's able to punish you the way that Swata is. Okay. But still, gonna pull the trigger. He is like, I'm going to hit one of these ground pounds, man. Being almost stubborn about it, which is weird because, again, I mean, from his first game, I felt like where simpLe really shined was on stage. Yeah, now he's willing to put himself off stage, and that's just not working out for him.
He used to be notorious for not going off stage ever in an edge guard, as he would just stay on stage and then keep winning in neutral. But right now, he's throwing so many ground pounds, almost to a fault.
Yeah. Throwing caution to the wind, indeed. He is going to push himself off the stage here. The weapon toss not going to hit. Nice. Right there. And the weapon toss, the weapon spawning right on top of him. He is going to lose that stock, though. So you can get a little weapon cycle right here going on from simpLe.
Swata's so good about that. The optimal unarmed damage, down like ground pound, has done it twice.
Running out of options, but does manage to, wow, the ground bounce and the weapon toss should be enough for the stock. Ooh. Oh, but I don't know if he actually meant to touch that wall that quickly. Could have been it right there with the easy ground pound, but nice.
Not quite enough, but the bow has so many arrows behind it, and it's the sword side air to finish off that stock of simple.
Well, nice right there from Swata. It's like, you can't land on top of me, you can't land in front of me. Like, I'm going to cover it all right there first with the neutral sig, and then immediately popping off the neutral light. Going to hit at that, the angle a little further ahead of him. And now, Swata one more time with a solid lead here onto simple. Okay, nice double down air here from simple, but again, I feel like one thing simple has definitely done, though, he's not being able to hold this stage advantage because he's continuously cornering himself as well. Simple, we have got to put that that ground pound button away, bro.
Wait, is it going to pay off? It does.
Okay, well,
it finally paid off.
I guess. All right, almost lost the stock himself, but managed to get that turnaround.
Mans took Econ 202 and finally passed the class.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it seems to be all right for him, though, as he has got it into a relatively okay game right now, but a lot of combinations happening here from Swata, now pushing him from that light orange to a nice red.
Downlight recovery, not quite enough, though. This is definitely looking like Swata's game to lose, but simple was so efficient at evening up that damage in the second stocks.
Ooh. Oh, man, I thought that was actually simple that got that, but no, Swata catching simple, jumping past him, and immediately cleans that one up with a down light into the recovery. Yeah, good stuff to Swata one more time in the air. I mean, they're only going to get like one replay here because they're rushing it back into this next game relatively quickly.
They are burning through those map bans. We're going back to small Brawlhalla for game number 3, and Simple's hoping something different is going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think genuinely it's really got to be on him, though. You know, as we said, you know, not used to seeing him go off the stage this much. Seems kind of uncomfortable doing it, to be complete. No, not you. Oh, not you losing this stock here in yellow.
All right, avoids the tatami mat. Optimal unarmed damage punish.
Okay, wait a minute. Does manage to get back into onto the stage and now back into the mix as well. Got a lot of damage here on to simple. Again, kind of stuck off the stage. Not the best place for him to be right now. Does manage to get back on the stage. Only taking one hit, and yeah, he's going to lose that stock again. I mean, Swata really good at controlling some space above him, you know, within the neutral light, and whatever option is going to hit directly above him as well.
Yeah, he throws out so many arrows. Like, that's that high dex of Koji allowing him to throw out a bunch of attacks and just force the opponent to move around him. You saw, like, the way he was pieing the map with the end sig and then end light, just forcing him further right.
Hey, watch out. Got to get out of there. Does get back to the stage. It's simple. Gonna box him up real quick.
Oh, he's sweat beating. That might be a stock. Yep. Simple. Gonna even up that stock count. Didn't take too much damage for it, too. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of gets to that one. Swata playing a little bit too much off stage against the gauntlets, which can definitely reverse you quite easily with just the neutral air. Or honestly, almost all the aerials are pretty solid for getting the reversal. But Swata gonna get over him, get the down air and the chase dodge back to the stage.
Yeah, I love that he hit that down air and went back to the stage instead of trying to chase for more dares or ground pounds. He's definitely trying to learn that lesson after game 2.
Yep. Okay, simple. He's gonna make it back one more time. But Swata always got the angles covered. The amount of arrows he's able to shoot out. Again, high dex right there. Simple, looking for an air dodge and doesn't get it, but it doesn't really matter too much. Not going to get punished for it either.
Expected the jump out after that side light. Didn't catch him with the Sair.
Nice. Okay, back onto the stage. Getting a little aggressive with it from the edge. Almost enough.
The weapon.
Yeah. Man, that's rough too. Like when you just see it coming at you, you're like, I've already expended an option that's going to hit me, and like I just got to go ahead and take that hit. And well, simple, almost getting right back into this game though. That double recovery.
Almost finished off. This is small Brawlhalla, but here comes the ground pounds from Swata. The Nair just going for damage. The turnaround ground pound from Simple, and suddenly this is looking doable.
I mean, super smart option for Simple too. I mean, that was just a quick one to throw out. Guess he knew that Swata was going to try to get under him, and yeah, just kind of turned that one around. I mean, already at high damage too. Swata definitely was not going to be able to live that, but can he get a game though? That's what simpLe's looking for right now. Swata does have the % lead, but simpLe now with the stage advantage.
Trying to mix up the options after that side light. Not finding that extra hit though. Still relatively even, taking up some space here. Is he going to ground pound? Goes for the dare. A little bit safer.
Okay. simpLe. Okay, trying to get the toss up right there. Nobody home though.
3 side lights, not finding any of them.
All right. Push him a little further back yet again. simpLe might be able to get himself a game here. We are hurting on both sides. Really depends on this next hit. Swata looking for his own recovery. Both of them, same option. Probably looking for right there. The down light to the recovery doesn't get the first down light, but does get down aired.
Exclamation points. Gets up before the third one.
Ooh, throwing the weapon away may not be the greatest option. Does manage to sneak that one though. Oh! Oh, doesn't
almost got it.
I like the idea though, but he is going to get a game. Good stuff to simpLe. Man, I feel like if that was any other option, if that was any other weapon in his hand, that was definitely going to be the end for simpLe right there. But because of the unarmed recovery, not hitting hard enough, does live to see another day. And Swata, you know, I got to give it up to simpLe right here. I mean, winning while doing less damage means he has some efficient stock somewhere in here, and he does get it to a game 4.
That's that one extra defense stat that simpLe put into, kept him alive in that final moment, and gets himself on the board. We're still on the elimination side, so if simpLe loses any of these games, he's done for the day.
Yeah, and he's going to keep it going to the same stage, too. I like this, you know, not blaming the stage at all. He's like, I can definitely get the W here. Did show that by getting the first one finally in that last game, but I had to figure something out. I feel like one thing we've definitely noticed, though, is simpLe has decided to stay on stage a little more.
Oh,
not the reversal
turnaround
again. Oh, man, you see it in 2 different games. Love it.
And that's Swata going for the exact same option, right? He went for that chase dodge up nair, hoping simpLe wasn't ready for it, but he moves to the side, gets underneath, turnaround recovery, and now simpLe, oh, but he was feeling too good. He did a sword ground pound off stage.
Yep. Like, what are you doing out there, brother? Not today is what simpLe or what Swata says every time simpLe decides to go for the ground pound. I thought he was off that. To be honest, like, you know, I think what happened is
he relapsed.
He hit one gauntlet ground pound and said they're back online. It's like, no, bro, please. So either way, I mean, as long as again, if simpLe can stay on stage. And, you know, keep the fight on stage, I feel like he can definitely whittle his way into a game 5, but it's the off-stage actions where Swata is really, you know, capitalizing. simpLe, though, does have a slight lead here.
Oh, the N-sig. Okay. simpLe avoids it, but he's burning a lot of movement here. Still touches Swata. Goes for the outside ground pound, and they both get back safely.
Yeah, both of them, yeah, not going to waste any time. You saw the wall slip coming through. Swata does manage to touch the ground. simpLe.
Couldn't get more there. Didn't know where he was going to dodge. Side sig whiffed, and that's a punish.
And weapon toss right there as well from Swata, but luckily another one spawns in time. Looking for the dodge in. Oh, the turnaround from simpLe does get the dodge. Oh, but he goes under him, though, so he cannot get a ground pound. That was probably the time that I feel like I would have been okay with him throwing it out because the dodge already came out, so not too many ways that Swata could get around.
I mean, he went for the safer option there, going from below, but less likely to KO as well. Swata still playing this unarmed, and there's a nice jump dare from simpLe. He needs to maintain this lead.
Same, yeah. simpLe without the ground pound off stage is definitely a more effective, you know, off stage player right there. Just kind of bait and switching him right there, and then getting that down air. But isn't going to live long enough on that stock to make a difference as far as a lead goes. So now, you know, even game between our competitors as we are both on a fresh stock. Let's see who can go ahead and win this one stock runoff between Swata and simpLe.
Clean sword play is what this one's going to come down to. Swata's got the corner, goes for it, but simpLe hits him with a nair.
simpLe. Okay.
Both disarmed.
Nice. It's going to be a weapon toss. Yeah, weapon kind of spawning directly on top of Swata in the middle of his neutral light. So it's going to be a weapon to him. Does decide to throw that away. Now we got a little sword battle going.
Back to the swords again. Falling dare, dare for dare.
Oh, okay. Sair for Sair right there as well. Oh! With the weapon toss. Oh,
still gets
good
fast.
Stuff. Yeah, it kind of ducks under that right there. Swata going a little too high for the down light.
Oh, but he didn't get the read off the sidelight there. Swata with the bow. Still has a chance. Downlight, endlight, puts him off screen.
Scary situation for both competitors right here. That's going to be a neutral line, not going to send him far at all. Okay, wow, with the recovery to get back to stage, I am fearless. It doesn't decide to go off stage, though. Wants that weapon instead.
Going for some Sares here. Fade away Sare. Oh, the weapon toss. Another one. simpLe's running out of options. The downlight recovery, and Swata closes it out 3-1.
Wow, at that, man, the double weapon toss with the same weapon. Good stuff to Swata. You know, methodically taking that game at the end. 577 to 435 too, so a lot of damage here on the side. But somehow, again, another game where simpLe just took more effective stocks to be able to get that into a last hit situation while being more than 100 damage under. That's crazy.
Yeah, simpLe was playing so well, was trying to take that one out, but Swata's the one who closes out the set. And you can see, again, even split on the damage, 261 to 210. Like, he was putting in work on both weapons.
Yep. So, man, simpLe and Swata. That one going to a game 4, but a very close game 4. simpLe definitely.
Swata definitely looked like he was putting fear into his opponent's heart there. In a lot of those situations, he had gotten the better end of his opponent just by kind of taking away options gradually throughout the entire time. And you guys saw those were extended stocks, those were long interactions, but Swata kind of chipped away at him in brief moments of time. And I'm going to break that down for you here, starting from this first clip with this bow edge guard. This one was kind of interesting because Swata goes to that first ground pound and then kind of just conquers hockey's simpLe all the way down, says, you will just get rid of your own stock. I won't have to do anything else. You see him go for that extra ground pound, but it's actually not even relevant to him. You can see simpLe gives up way too much presence there already. Sure, he could have fought back. He did have some options to work back with, but he chooses to fall down instead of go for the recovery. Doesn't want it to clash, doesn't want to end up even worse, and he goes just a bit too far, miscalculates his spacing. Stuff like that is going to cost you, but continuing on, now let's look at how Swata kind of forces that same thing, but this time with more oomph through it, with more action through it. So you can see the first ground pound come through here, and that's all fine and dandy because simpLe chooses to come back up in direct fashion. Swata, he's going to throw his weapon there. He's going to cut off that one jump he has. It's not going to be the end of the world, but it's what he does after that's really impressive. He goes back up, chases the map instead of chasing simpLe. simpLe goes for the recovery thinking he's safe, and as soon as he goes back up with it, he's getting ground pounded once more. This time he opts to go to the other side, and it's not going to work out for him as Swata, he's already on that side. He's ready to go, and he keeps that pressure there. You can see simpLe wastes a lot of options in the air here. He's going to end up with the spot dodge in midair, gets punished by the sword endlight, and the chase forward is what's really impressive here. The patience, the cutthroatness of Swata's sword gameplay there. He catches him on that landing, on the edge, gets that downlight stare, and finds himself with a stock lead for this game. It's kind of situations like that where it's like, all right, that weapon throw led to the second ground pound. You going across, he followed you, led to you wasting your dodge in the air, led to the endlight, led to the chase forward. Just consecutive plays going back to back to back makes you think, okay, these stocks really aren't happening as long as they look. Same thing here, Swata this time with the bow, picks up one nair, and this is a really interesting play here because this endlight, it looks like maybe it might hit simpLe. simpLe doesn't want to risk it. He doesn't want to take that hit at the top of the map there, get that endlight sent over. So he actually goes for that curvature dodge, moving upwards to towards Swata rather than downwards, and this also costs him because that's where the bow likes to play. That bow, you know what moves it has. It has the endlights. It has the nairs. It wants to cover this vertical play area right above itself. So you dodging, ending up above the bow, that's not key. That's not what you're looking for. So you can see that dodge there. He picks up with the nair immediately, gets another stock, one quick interaction, forcing that dodge with the endlight. Sure, he had other ways to go. He could have gone to the left. He could have gone to the left. He could have gone down, but he chose the wrong one, and Swata took full punish of it. Continuing on here, we have another slight interaction where that side air, it's a falling side air, it's slow, but it's really good. It turns them around, pushes them across the map. But Swata giving up all that presence on the stage, can't have that. He goes for the weapon throw, and the first one connects, and it's really good. The second one is what's key here. It forces simpLe back just a bit more for him to line himself up with what options he has left. He knows, all right, you have that gauntlet there. You're going to be coming at me horizontally. What am I going to do? I'm going to line myself perfectly, get that downlight, send it up to the recovery just because you're that damage, and it's going to look really well. Swata, he's been playing some excellent games today, using everything he has in his kit to his advantage, getting those dodge reads, those punishes, and it's continuing on all the way deep into the top 8, and the casters are going to show you what's next.
All I'm saying is we're not going to gloss over the fact that Remy made a One Piece reference, all right? I'm just saying. We're not letting that one slide under the rug. I totally caught that one. But either way, Swata is now into the top 4 things. We still got to figure out who's going to be the 4th person in the top 4. Is it going to be Machete or is it going to be Knees? A pretty even split on what the community believes.
Yeah, I saw